live. Hello, hello. I'm so excited. I see Ka is here. Hi, Ka. How you doing? I am. Felt like I had to sneeze for a second. How horrible is this? I'm like, hello, and I'm like, I have to sneeze. But anyways, um, moving on from that, working on this Aku painting. I am so close to being done. I am super, super excited. Um, Basically, all that has to be done is the glow on his face, which I'm waiting for it to dry. As of last night, I added in Jack right here in the mountain. I'm gonna add way more details to him and more like contrast. So I'm gonna have to wait for him to dry. So he'll get a second layer. But as for today, I'm going to work on these mountains that are like more up front. I'm going to add more details, kind of like this mountaintop here. And I'm going to outline the clouds. So yeah, super, super exciting. All right. So yeah, let's get to work. Sorry, I was looking at something, but that's all right. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna start working on these clouds. Well, yeah, let's do the mountains, because I have that green already mixed and everything. So that's all ready to go. Flipping around my palette. Sorry, I'm gonna flip the painting around. And scooch this up a little bit. I have some things up here, such as my water and coffee. I'm gonna how can I, yeah, there we go. You can see it all really good. Perfect. Yeah, here, and I'll tilt that so you don't hear the AC as much. Tilting it actually has helped with the AC noise. Not completely solved it, but it helps. So for these mountains, I have like a darker green color. So that's, I'm just gonna add in more contrast. And I want to leave it still very blended, but I was like, okay, these mountains like definitely need more definition, like more contrast. The ones farther away I think are just fine, like up closer, but I think these ones definitely need a little help. And it looks like it was more of a bluey green I had before, so I think I'm gonna have to remix that. Which I thought I had the right colors, but I guess not. Hey, it's Bottle of Win. Hi, Win. Coming through all dramatic. Heck yeah. All right. So, where should I put this? Thank you. Thank you, Win. I stayed up late last night working on it. I was tired. I should have gone to bed a little earlier, but I was in a good groove of painting, so I stayed up. now I'm just mixing this, like, trying to get more of like a blue-green see before that I made before. I'll show you what I'm doing. Slide this over. Hey, it's Nacho! Hi, Nacho! Hello, hello! I was going to call, and then, well, no, I did. It ended up being one of those things last where I was like, oh, just one more thing. But, it's all good. Yeah, I'm really excited with how this painting is turning out and where it's going. I'm actually excited that I'm so close to being done too. It makes me excited. Makes me super, super excited. There we go. All right. All right. I'm gonna slide this over. So hopefully today, no technical difficulties. That'd be awesome. Hopefully yeah, what ended up happening yesterday, why my stream stopped, was because my internet went out in my house. Like, it just shut down for like a minute or something, not even. Maybe even just a couple of seconds, and then came back on for some unknown reason. So that's why suddenly yesterday my stream stopped. Yeah, just a weird thing. Doing good, Nacho. Doing good. Happy to be here. Happy to paint and work on this painting, getting it done. I'm super happy with how it's going out. So yeah. So you could see here I'm adding more detail to the mountains. Now they look more like mountains rather than just like pointy blobs. Yeah, at first I kind of liked it before everything else got settled, but then Aku has so much detail in him. I was like, the mountains look now kind of a little weak. I gotta make them a bit stronger. Gotta give this a suggestion. It's like really taken in some valley. A valley fit for a epic battle. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better, Win. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Hey, it's Henna Pilot. Hello, hello. How you doing? Just working on the final details of this. Yeah, so my goal actually is to get this painting done in the next couple of days. I think that'd be really, really awesome. See if it's possible or not. But that is my goal. There we go. I'm actually having fun with these little mountains. I know I keep like working on the same one, doing the same thing, but I'm like, hey, that's how blending goes sometimes. You just gotta get it, like, keep blending, keep working on it until it gets until you're happy with it. Hey, it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Hey, we got a good group here today. Awesome. It's going pretty good. Super happy with the progress of this painting. All right. So I got those mountains. Now I'd have this one. There, I might have to turn it like this. I like the viewpoint to me, but I don't like the viewpoint for you guys. Here. Move, mouse. It's such a weird and long painting. Painting the long way. Alright, enough of my mean jokes. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's any manga that's specific. I think it's just kind of like one of those graphic shirts that's more like it's about a mood, not a specific story. I don't know, because it's also like if you really look closely, it's just a bunch of random kind of images. Like there's a planet and there's faces, and then there's like I think a dragon somewhere on here. It might be on the back, But yeah. I'm glad you guys like my joke. The mouse is painting the long way. I should get a brush with like extremely long bristles, like comically long bristles, and try to paint with that. Just because, just to do something meme worthy and silly. Hey, it's Fanny. Hello, hello. How you doing, Vanny? You stepped right in a good part. The little stream avatars just had a battle royale. Nice. Well then, good morning. Ah, thank you, Win, for putting the Discord in the chat for anyone who wants to join. Nice. I know, yeah. Sleeping in, that is always nice. You can kind of just relax and be chill. Put around the house. I know, like, yeah, nice. Watch the stream. Yeah. All chill vibes all around. Yeah. So after this painting, I'm not quite sure what my next project will be. We'll see. We'll see. Because I have so many, projects started, so I could really do a lot of things. Oh, that sounds like fun, Vanny. Well, good luck with Marvel Rivals. I haven't tried that game yet, but there's a lot of hype around it. Bottle winner, maybe some cosplay stuff. Yeah, maybe. I'll see what I have, cause maybe I could work on Jinx's shark hood on stream. That could be possible, a possible thing to work on. As of cosplay stuff right now, I don't really have anything that I like. My current camera setup is good for what I'm about to work on, that I have other things, but maybe I could work on the I could possibly work on that shark hood. Yeah, I have a lot of paintings that need finishing. Like I have the Jinx Boom still to do. And I have what else? I have all those fun like tiki drinks. I have one that I started on stream. Remember was like had the green leaves on top and it was like orange or yellow orange. That's almost done. And I thought I was gonna finish it off stream, but then I got like this commission and other things going on. So I could work on that. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I could. Depends on what point I am at in the shark hood and that kind of stuff and how it goes. My goal is to have it done by fan fusion, which seems like a lot of time, and it is, but not when I have so many projects going on and my life is crazy busy. Trying to blend this cloud out right now. Yeah, when I outline these clouds, I think I would just finish them really nicely, give a very illustrative type feel. I was thinking about outlining these ones up front in like I'll make it look like it's reflective gold, but it's actually just like more like yellows and oranges. It'll take time, but I think it'll look really cool. There we go. There's these ones here. Wait, I just noticed something. This mountain's seeming a little crooked. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, you guys can totally not see what I'm doing at all. It looks a little not centered, so I'm gonna change that. Looks like it's tilting almost. There we go, I'm fixing it. Um, Aw, thank you, Vanny. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Yeah, this is probably one of the most epic pieces I've created. I will say that. Probably next to the blue planet painting that I'm doing. That one's pretty epic too. But even that one is like, it's like the anticipation of a journey. This is like screenshot of an actual battle. There we go. Now the mountain is no longer tilting. I don't even know if the change that I made was noticeable. I know I notice. Now, these ones here. There we go. Upside down, sorry, but you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm gonna try and make it at least a little softer because this is like really where the mountains start to disappear. True win, very true. Yeah, I don't know how many times like I've heard someone say like, "Oh, that looks great," and then I like it's my own drawing, and I go, I could do better." That happens all the time. Aw. Yeah, art definitely takes time. It takes a lot of time. Like nothing's done in 5 minutes, and uh sometimes like there's even been times where I'll work on a piece and I let it sit there because I can't figure out what's I know something's wrong with it, can't figure out what's wrong with it. And gotta have the motivation to complete the art as well. That's a big one. Um, Motivation, discipline. But I hope that you get the art that you commissioned from your friends soon. And really, if you want to do art, I say just go for it. Um, Really, honestly, all you have to do is the only really way to get good at art is just by practicing. Um, just practicing, and like every single day I do something creative. I like paint, draw every day, all the like I've been doing this my whole life. So it's kind of like I tell people a lot, it's almost like exercising or being an athlete. Like, to be a good athlete, they train every single day. And art in that aspect is a lot the same way. So if you feel inspired and you want to get better at art, I say just pick up a pencil and start drawing every single day. Draw something. And um, there's so many tutorials online too to draw with like to draw almost anything, and to like work with many different mediums. But yeah. And it's totally okay too if you find that you're really good with one medium, but you're not so good with another. That's all right. Like me, I can't draw digital. I've tried to draw digital. I I have so much respect for digital artists because I cannot do it at all. Um, yeah, I really actually realized when trying to draw digital how many of my art instincts come from textures on the canvas and on the paint and that kind of stuff. So it's almost very three-dimensional experience creating art for me. But everyone's different. Aw, I'm sorry, Vanny. Well, if you want to, if you're watching the stream and you want to pull out the paints and paint and with me, like you're more than welcome to. That's also why I wanted to start streaming, like, because I often so many hear like people, kind of like your story you shared, where they want to create, but they don't either have time or they don't have motivation. And I find that sometimes, I say this, but everyone's different. So, but a lot of times people get motivated if they know they're in a group, or if they're someone else is doing it and they'll be like, oh, I'll do that too. So if you want to try, and you're more than welcome to pull out your paints and start creating. Yeah, like I kind of want to help people with that, like get into a rhythm and a routine to create, because I think creating's really, it feels good whether you're a professional artist or not. Even if you're like, oh, I just create to make yourself feel good or feel happy, then that's perfect. Yeah, you and that was a big reason why, not just to connect with people and hang out, but also try to help people connect to their creative side. Aww, Nacho. Aw, that's okay. I know you still have a sketchbook. You could even bring your sketchbook if you want to. I know your creative outlet, Nacho, is like editing videos and stuff. Whatever creative outlet you want to use. Yeah. And that's okay if you don't know how to make something. That's why there are so many awesome tutorials online and stuff of how to make things. And I think the cosplay community is really cool where we kind of don't believe in gatekeeping. So if there's like a really cool prop that someone made, they probably posted a video of how they did it. Or um, most people, I would say, you could even leave like a comment like, how'd you do this? And they would be more than happy to share. I know I'm one of those people. Uh, if you, yeah, so just do research, pick a prop, pick a project, uh, like go for it. Heck, I'm even here to help. If you need any help, I'm here. Yeah, exactly, Nacho. Exactly. How to draw something and you just like Google it. There's so many different like just step-by-step instructions and tutorials. I will say though, don't be afraid to mess up because messing up is actually the how you learn. And I know so many, especially the pro cosplayers, they make everything look so easy and flawless. And when you're trying to do the same exact thing the first time, like what they're making, it typically won't turn out very well. But be gentle with yourself. Um, be like, no, this is my first time. And even if you do mess up, that's okay because you learned something. I remember wake styling when first started. Oh my god, I went through so many wigs. So many. I was like, it was crazy. Um, Wigs I'll never wear because they got so messed up. But from that, I learned so much, and now my wigs look the way they do today. So, and so don't be afraid to mess up. And that's just in cosplay, but art is the same exact way. It's okay if your very first painting isn't that good. That's okay. You're learning. And it's okay if you don't know how to do something right away either. Ah, yeah, and then time is another thing. I totally understand that. Yeah, having the time to create. Yeah, but I also believe too that if you set anything into a routine, it can possibly be done. Like if you're like, okay, this time on this day, I'm going to create, and you kind of get into a rhythm and you know what to expect. It's kind of like just anything else. Um, I know doesn't work for everyone, just suggestion. Like I'll say, ever since I started live streaming, I've made even more progress on my projects than I normally do because I know I have this time on the week that nothing's gonna distract me. I'm going to sit down and work. It's almost kind of like I got a responsibility in a way. And um and doing these streams actually helped. Like be like, okay, no, I got this time set aside that I'm not moving around. And it's awesome because since that, like, even when I don't stream, like on the off days, I kind of will sometimes treat those days like as if I'm streaming, like work on my art the same hours, but I just don't turn on the camera. So, and that has majorly helped rather than like, oh, I'll just get to the painting whenever. Once you say that, whenever keeps happening next time and next time and next time. I think too also what helps is having a goal of I want to get this done for this event. I noticed that with me like just now with my season finale Jinx cosplay. I've never created a cosplay so fast, but I had a goal in mind and I had a deadline. And even though I don't recommend making an entire cosplay in a week, I will say that I worked really hard, really fast, and pretty good. So maybe make a goal for yourself of I want to get this project done this date. Something reasonable. Don't stress yourself. Don't be like, I want to get this massive painting done tomorrow. Don't do that to yourself. I'm gonna paint an entire painting in one day. Yeah, no. I know I could probably, if I had a single day to do a painting, like sketch and all in one day, I'd probably end up doing like space clouds or something where I just blot down color and blend it and be like, here you go. My 24-hour painting challenge. That is true. Art takes time. And not sure I feel that being a doodler. I used to doodle a lot too. Well, I still do. I mean, if you set any kind of pen and paper in front of me, I will start drawing. That is just fact. In school, I used to doodle in the margins of my notebook. Oh my gosh, and they would be solid. My teachers never complained because I was pretty good student and I would always get my work done and I was actually like concentrating. Like if any of them were to like ask me, "Hey, what am I talking about?" I could repeat. So I was fully focusing. It was doodling at least that point in my life was well no, I still use it sometimes as a stress relief tool. So actually no, I lied. I still use that. I just don't use it as often. But I would have really bad anxiety. Still do. I have little anxiety here and there, but the doodling would help like ground me. So that's why all the margins of my notebook would be coated in doodles, and sometimes it was like actual like people or objects, but most of the time it was like just these like squiggles. I would kind of make this like vine and then make the vine have stripes, so it was just like a pattern type of thing, or like checkerboard. Just a stress relief kind of thing. But yeah. If I ever come across those old doodles, maybe I'll show on the stream. Go down memory lane. Show you how much my style has changed over the years. What are you guys referencing? Oh yeah, the editing videos. I know. That is, I know, I find it fascinating too. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. Aw, Nacho, that's sad. Aw. I remember you sharing one time with me about your frustration with that, and I think that's sad. You know, like you're part of the team and with the video editing and sorry, I just suddenly got like really like in concentration mode of this. But like I guess what I was trying to say was like everyone in a team, like there's a reason why people have different skill sets and everyone should be recognized equally because I think everyone is important, you know, in a team. Everyone's important. Because if one aspect of that team was missing, then you wouldn't have the final product. Aw, I'm sorry, Nacho. Aw, I'm gonna let you know that. Well, you know this. You are important. You are important. Uh, and they don't look at like the behind the scenes. Yeah. See, you know what's funny? I've always been a behind the scenes type of fascinated person. I don't know if it's just me, but like I've always loved watching like behind the scenes like how something's put together or like whether it be TV show, movie, or any of that. I don't know, like I always found what you see behind the screen super, super fascinating. I wish more people were like, because behind the scenes is just as important as like people on camera. Because if you didn't have those behind the scenes people, then there nothing would be like created. How would a final product be made if those people behind the scenes didn't exist? But then also same thing for the people in front of the screen. If they didn't exist either, then nothing would be created either. So it's like this balance. All right, almost done with these mountains. Almost done. I'm gonna blend out this last part. Gonna blend it. There we go. Yay! All right. I thought I got. No, I did not. I'm wearing a very dangerous shirt today. I decided to wear white while painting, and that typically never ends well. But hopefully today I can stay okay. There we go. I'm just trying to find the right angle. There we are. Sweet. So now so there we are. Now that I'm finished with the mountains, I'm gonna go on with the clouds, kind of make them more gold. Gonna set this painting aside. Oh yeah, it looks, oh my gosh, just looking at it from the mountains and everything, it's so much more dynamic. Darkening them up. See what darker colors can do? It's amazing. All right. And I got my palette here. And I don't know if I have enough of all the colors I'm gonna need. So I'm going to, for these gold clouds, I'm gonna use some burnt sienna. Put that right here. And I'm gonna grab some more titanium white. I do have some, but I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Then I have cadmium yellow that I'm also going to use. Almost out of this cadmium yellow. To get some more soon. I use it for almost every painting of mine, and I think I've had this tube for 2 or 3 years now. So, I mean, these big tubes of oil paint last a long time. Gonna get some cadmium orange. Yeah, also a good artist tip that I have learned. Depends on how much paint you plan on using or how many paintings you end up doing. But if you're someone that's gonna make a lot of paintings like I do and I'm always working, getting these giant tubes is so worth it rather than keep replenishing with tiny tubes. But if you're someone who goes meh, paints every once in a while, then honestly the tiny tubes of oil paint will last you a long time. So it just depends. But I pretty much only get the big tubes now because it lasts so much longer. And just cost wise, it's so much better. I've got to be really careful. I'm like, which areas are wet and what is not. Oh, what am I doing? I just gave myself the paints and I'm like, yeah, that's good. I didn't even mix them yet. Gonna move this back over. Derpity derp derp derp. Okay. So now, gonna go in here. I'm gonna mix some yellow. And since I do so many paintings too, you can mix with a brush. I like mixing with the palette knife because I also have so many colors. I have lots of colors. And I found that over time it was kind of destroying my brushes. So, palette knife, really good to mix colors. And you can do this with acrylic paint too. You can mix with a palette knife for acrylics. And these ones are dry. So I'm going to mix on top of these grays here. And now I'm going to make more of like my gold copper color. So I'm taking yellow, taking orange, and I'm going to take some of this burnt sienna. I'm going to mix it. See, it's kind of like a dark coppery type color, which will be really nice for the shadows. And then I'm going to want kind of a lighter version of that same color. So I'm going to take a little bit of it. Going to take some more yellow. I'm going to take some more white. I'm going to mix. Now I got like a good medium color. I know it kind of looks like gold, kind of doesn't. And then I'm going to make a super dark. So yeah, even with the darks, I add a little bit of white. I took some burnt umber, orange, and yellow, and burnt sienna. Yeah, you can see like when I'm mixing colors, I mix a lot. Kind of never really use straight from the tube. I always, I don't know, I like mixing my own colors and creating my own. And then when this palette gets too thick of paint, I scrape off and chip off all the little paint chips. I end up saving them because I make art out of them. I know, I'm innovative. And there we go. My little my little stream deck's in the way. There we go. I just slightly move it over. There we are. Brush. Alright, and I am going to go back to the colors and kind of get them liquidy with the turpentine. So this gets them really watery. It's almost like when you add water to acrylic paint or tempera paint, where it makes it more liquidy. And I'm doing this because I don't want it to turn out like, I want it to be like a seamless line on the canvas. And I'm doing that to all my paint. Yeah, to do this, I like using the turpentine because it gets the paint super thin. You can also do this by adding oil, but the oil is going to kind of keep the paint the same consistency. So, kind of different. Also, it can risk make it shiny. Gonna go in. When you made a clip. What clip did you make? Oh my gosh. What did I do again this time? You got me wondering. I am now concerned. Did I say something funny? Oh my gosh. Alright, I see that you sent it on Discord. I will have to look at that later. Too funny. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Alright, and since I'm giving like more of, I'm not going with metallic paint, so I have to make it look like metallic. So what I'm doing is that I'm taking my medium orange, and then I'm taking my yellow, and I'm adding reflections. This would actually be really cool if it was to turn into a foil print. Could you imagine all these clouds are like golden? I might suggest that when they make prints, like, hey, you could make them really fancy and make them foil. Are you making fun of my darts? Oh my god. Gosh, goddamn. Oh my gosh. That's what I say when I'm like, oh, oops. You guys are funny. What you find funny is funny. Well, good. I'm glad I can make you guys laugh. I'm glad you think I'm funny. Hey, if I can bring in all the entertainment, that's good. Making it entertaining, and I'm not even trying. I'm just like, I'm just here painting. Yeah, so these gold outlined clouds are gonna be no simple, just easy task, because I do somewhat want to kind of leave it blended. It's even looking a little too much like lines, even though that's what they are. So I took my brush and I dipped it in turpentine, and I am blending it into the cloud, kind of making the edges fuzzy. Yep. And it's already looking so much better. It's a lot of constantly cleaning the brush, but turning out good. There we go. Oh, that one is a little bit too much. There we go. And I do want to kind of leave the clouds like very magical looking, wispy, magical. Yeah. I'm gonna fuzz these out too. There we go. Yeah, no, see, that's now the clouds are looking definitely more complete. And in the corners, I'm going to add in some of my darkest brown color, giving the clouds more dimension. Welcome back, Nacho. You can see I'm working on clouds now. Ooh. You know, I'm gonna work really, really hard on this the next couple of days and try to get it done in that time. I think that's gonna be my next goal for a couple of days. Is really working on getting this painting done. Almost debating if these clouds down here should be. No, I'm gonna leave them gold. So I'm like, should I make these clouds down here blue so it's just like just here is gold? No, I don't think I'll do that. I mean, I could always go back. Wanting to leave it very swirly. No harsh edges. I am actually making some lines intentionally thicker than others just for like emphasis. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Win. I gotta keep you guys on your toes. You never quite know when exactly it's done. Since I made my paint liquidy, it goes on smoother. It's more like an inky type texture putting on. And then I'm going in with yellow. And where I'm putting the highlights on these gold outlines is the same places where all my light is reflecting off of. So since my light source is right here, that is where the light of the gold. That's where the light of the gold is going to be reflecting. So I'm very much keeping that in mind. I'm not just adding in these yellow highlights anywhere or for any reason. It's like there is a reason. That was not convenient. I don't know if any of you saw that, but I sometimes have overwork use injury in my. I have a overwork use injury in my wrist, and sometimes it will like jerk unexpectedly, and that's what it just did. So I was like trying to go in so carefully with this tiny brush, and it just went deep, and I'm like, oh, well, that could have been worse. There we go. And now going around and blending these edges, making them look softer. For my next project, I know a lot of you voted on something cosplay related, so I will try to think of something I can work cosplay related next time I stream after I'm done with this. Yeah. If not, I know the Jinx painting still needs to get done. I still have that Scirocco from Acceleracers to work on too. I have tons of fun drinks. And this is basically like how I think out loud. Like, I always have so many ideas all the time. So many different things to create, inspired by all the time. I just realized I should have done these clouds here and worked my way down so I don't smudge it, but oh well. I'll just support my hands. Before I do this cloud, since I'll rest my hands here for this one, I'll do these first. When I used to do henna art, I had to do this all the time, balancing using one hand to balance the other hand. So a lot of these hand positions come from when I did henna art, but also learning and remembering that, oh, like which the way you work and the direction you move in your art is actually important. Sometimes I forget Like it's best to work top down, which I'm working like basically top up. Oops. Yeah, the friendly fairy bot. I like that. Oh yeah, which I I like it. All right. I knew these clouds were gonna take time, but oh, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be a nice way to complete this painting too, I think. There we go. They almost, now the clouds almost look like three-dimensional, even though it's like all flat. Don't they? They kind of look like they're popping out of the painting. There we go. Thank you, Nacho. Yeah. To have this much patience, kind of have to be a little bit crazy. Yeah, I don't know how many paintings there's been where I do tons of little tiny details and I'll be like, oh, I worked on this painting for a couple of hours and then I'll be like, wait, what did I exactly do on it? Doesn't look like I did much. It just worked on this teeny little corner. Like all those details. Take a long time. In some places of the gold highlights, I might go back with yellow once it's dry just to make it really light. Like super shiny. Because I see how this gold is or the yellow is blending into the more bronzy orange color, and I'm like, I might have to go back. No worries though. Just part of the process. Trust the process. did did you update something, Ka? Oh, I see. I see. Ha! Thank you. That's funny. I don't know. What would fairy be an acronym for? Maybe. Hmm. Probably starting with friendly, right? Oh, you already did it. Oh, I see. Friendly, artificially intelligent robot Y model. I like that. I'm not doing good on the speed reading. I'm so sorry. No, I like that. I like that acronym. That's good. Blood over here, just a little too much. I'm almost having the same problem with these clouds like I did a goose body, where I wanted everything to keep everything round and no flat edges, which is sometimes hard. Now going in with this darker color. There we go. I'm like not very talkative right now. I'm like max concentration. Just trying to get this done. Especially at this part right now too. But I'm also like feeling very relaxed, like just kind of like zoned out in my own work. So concentrating and relaxed at the same time, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I'm very, very focused. I know the tiny detailed work is not like very it's not like you see like a lot of progress all at once. Like doing the background where it's like, wow, so much was done. It's different with the little details. But the little details is what makes it go wow. Where are we on time today? All right. We still got in half an hour to go. Sweet. I know, right? Please stand by as I figure out how I'm gonna paint this thing. Please stand by as I choose what my next move is or what my next strategy is. How do I make this technique like happen? I know, right? No one shall ever know what to expect next. It's always a surprise. You gotta keep you guys on your toes somehow. There we go. All right. We go. Yeah, and I think I'm making pretty. Actually, I'm moving a lot faster on these clouds than I thought I was going to. Like, I kind of. It feels like a long time because there's just so much. Uh, there's like a lot going on. But with how to make it look like it's outlined in gold. And now I like stand back. I'm like, oh, I'm actually in the time that I started doing these clouds, I'm moving along. Moving along, moving along. What is that? Derpity derp mode activated? What kind of mode is that? Is that just. Oh my gosh. You were all too funny. Derpity derp mode activated. My gosh. I made it. Oh my gosh. Is that when I make a silly mistake and I'm like, oh, I activated the derpity derp and didn't even try. All I did was make a mistake. There we go, softening those up. Yay. I could probably do a couple more clouds before the end of the stream, which that would be awesome. To this big one here. There we go. And keeping it round. No flat edges. That is a true trick. Especially with this really thin brush. And I have to be super careful where I put my wrist because I can't touch this mountain or this mountain. I have to be super, super careful. And I'm gonna get this flat brush and clean up this edge over here. There we go. There we go. Okay, even though I'm like very much concentrating, it's kind of the same thing over and over again. It's almost like a pattern. Almost. Oh, that was coffee, and I just finished it too at the last little bit. And I'll finish my tea later. I have tea not next to me though, it's over still in the kitchen. But I'll finish that for lunch today once I get off the stream. I know, right? The last drop. Last drop of coffee. And just like the last drop in Arcane. Hey, it's Art. Hello, hello. How you doing? Hi. Yeah, just working more on the Aku painting. And so far it's been pretty chill. And it's been good. Just making these clouds have a gold outline, because why not? Sounds pretty. Especially I'm going more for an illustrative look rather than a realism. And it's not going to be the only thing outlined either. There's some pieces of Aku that I'm also going to outline in certain areas. So it's not going to look super out of place or anything. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Art. Oh, that's all right, Art. You're all good. If you, I mean, we're all just hanging out anyway. And if you want to see the first part of the stream, I always I post them on my YouTube as well, so no one ever has to miss out on anything. Yep. Oh, Arcane's coming out on DVD? Okay, that's cool. I might just have to get that because thank you, Win, for letting me know. Because I might just have to get that because it always, that's one of those shows that if Netflix ever decided to take it down, I'd be so sad. It's like I want a physical copy of it so it won't disappear. It's just season one. I'm okay with that. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what all the Discord notifications were. I will, after this stream, I'll definitely gonna look at that. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me in the loop. Yeah, I know. I'm one of those people that's still a DVD collector. I like my DVDs. Hey, that's awesome. That's good. Yeah, no, I agree with you. When I like both as well. I like both. Both are good. I know. Same here. I got so many books. So many books to read. Big collection. Oh, that's cool. Classic Greek mythology. That's super cool. Yeah, the stories like of Greek mythology, there's oh my gosh, or any kind of mythology from all over the world. So cool. Any place. Always so cool. I have this book. Um, I had it as a kid. I still have it now, but it has all these like stories and mythology and myths from all over the world, and it was like one of my favorite books as a kid. Had beautiful illustrations in it. I still pick it up and I read it. And it's cool because the stories are pretty short. Like they condense them down to like 2 or 4 pages, mostly 2 pages. And then they have like all these illustrations and uh, actual pictures of like real art that was like made to represent those gods and goddesses. It's so cool. So, yeah. You know what would be fun if I did some mythology art? Like, I'm open to suggestions of any, like, god or goddess. I did one of Athena a long time ago, and it's funny, ever since I did that one, people do, like, when they recognize her, they do ask, they're like, oh, do you have this god or goddess? And I'm like, no, Athena's the only one. But I should really make more. Especially, could you imagine if I did it in this kind of epic style? That'd be cool. Oh yeah, the Cruel Prince. That one's really, really good. It's like kind of the darker side of fairies. Um it's I highly recommend if anyone really likes fantasy but doesn't mind getting a little dark with it, highly recommend. Also, too, what I love is how closely it holds true to fairy lore. Like sometimes with these fantasy books, like authors are like, "Oh, it's fantasy, so I can kind of do whatever I want." This one really stays true to um like old fairy, like very traditional fairy lore, but in a very modern way. It's so good. And it's a very visual book as well. Like, I think it could easily be translated into a graphic novel, or even, I think, oh my gosh, if someone was to make an animated series of it, it would have the potential of being really good. I'd be almost nervous because I think the book's like perfect the way it is. It's like, unless if you're gonna change anything up, don't change anything. Go word by word, keep it the same as the book. um that the author, she's very descriptive, and you get clear visions of what characters look like and the scenery, everything. That would be cool if someone made it into a just converted it into a graphic novel, because easily could be. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's so. You both are writing fantasy stories. That's awesome. Gosh, I used to write stories all the time, and I had these long, super long, thick novels that I just totally filled up. And I don't know, I have not written in a really long time. I, I feel like my life has gone more to the painting and the cosplay, and giving time for writing isn't much, but I feel like my characters that I did create, I still want to give them life. I kind of want to do maybe some paintings of my OCs and that kind of stuff, tell their story, but through my paintings instead. Um, because I think they're cool, and there's a lot of them in different worlds and that kind of stuff. I used to be able to, so I could keep track of all my characters that I made. Um, I made a journal. There was 3 journals full, and each character got 2 pages. One was like their picture, so I drew them, and the next to it was their name and description. And some of them got so detailed that I ran out of like room on the page, so I wrote on sticky notes and stuck it to the page so I could keep their story correct. Crazy. But I should. Hey, that might be fun. Maybe on one of these future streams I can show you all some of my OCs, and then you tell me which one you want to see me do a painting of, and then I can. We'll see. Maybe I'll make up a couple of options. Because I have everything from like fairies to elves to aliens, witches, wizards. Like, it's this whole like mix of fantasy, sci-fi, futuristic, all of it together, and it all worked. And all my stories linked together. Like, there was no first book or second book. It was more like I would tell one character's story, but then in the next book, like that character ran into another character for like a brief second, and now I'm telling that character's story. And so it was almost like a spiderweb kind of effect where they're all interlinked with each other. And I almost had this like dream of building a series where you could pick up any book from the series and start however. Like, there is no right or wrong way to start the series. I thought it was a cool concept at the time. Yeah, and I even played with time, so technically, even timelines were intermixed with each other. Not crazy. Maybe one day I'll do some paintings of some of the characters. I don't know, when I was drawing this, I planned on this one specific cloud to be such a big cloud. Like, am I painting this right? I guess, because it still makes sense, right? It still somewhat makes sense of how it is. Oh. Oh, nice. How's your editing going, Nacho? How's it going? I hope good. Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh, shoot, it's already 12 o'clock. Oh my gosh. That was a long time. Okay, I'm going to finish up this little part. I'm gonna finish this cloud at least, so it'll stream run over just a little bit, but that's okay. I don't know what happened. I swear it was just 11:30. It just was. I remember looking at the clock and like, oh, I got a half an hour. I'm all good. I'm like, oh, damn, it's already 12. Lost track of time. Whoops. But when have I not lost track of time? I feel like this is a common occurrence in my real life. I know, I think you're right, Ka. I'm just like in focus mode, like blinders on, hyper focusing. There we go. Just don't want it to be so dark right there. Maybe the dramatic is actually kind of cool. I'll add in some lighter copper color. Try to help it out. There we go. I don't know, the dramaticness kind of makes it more come to life, which is kind of cool. I know, right? I have a derpy dirt mode, I have a focus mode, all those. All the modes. I'm gonna add some highlights in a few places and then I'll call it a stream there. Because I actually have got to stay on schedule today. Just one of those days. Which is okay. There we go. Yay! All right. So I think I made really good progress today. I'm so excited. All right, that's okay. Bye, Nacho. Good luck, and I will talk to you later today. Thank you, Nacho. Thank you. All right, there we go. There's today's progress. The mountains and the clouds, which are actually looking like real gold. Super cool. Thank you, Win. Thank you. Well, thank you to everyone who joined today's stream. I'm super excited with how this painting is going. As the week goes on, I'll continue to work on it. If it's not done, probably won't be done completely by Friday, so I'll probably finish it up on Friday's stream. If not, I'll have a new project, but I'll of course show you the finished product of it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ka. I'm just super, super excited. Well, another good stream. And I will see you all on Friday at the same time. And it'll be maybe a surprise of what I work on. Keep you all on your toes, like I always do. Alrighty. Bye, everyone. See you Friday.